quarterbacks, calling him the best interior pass rusher in the league, might sell him short. Donald beat a double team in less than 2.5 seconds, 55 times last year, but look at the gap between him and everyone else. Nobody else in the league had half of Donald's total last year. Some 750 million people have gone through the doors here at Disneyland. That includes Dan Orlovsky and Mina Kimes, everybody. Very popular here among the people.
I think they're cheering for you.
Listen, you can't get past the Aaron Donald conversation. Of all the skilled players on offense that we have, really on both sides, the defender everyone wants to talk about is Aaron Donald. And I think season after season, Mina, we're saying kind of the same thing about him. What about this past season?
Aaron Donald is like Thanos. He is inevitable, and he will make half of your offensive linemen disappear. You saw that stat about all of the double teams.
She lost half the audience right away.
Not just how much double teams, how often he's double teamed, but how efficient he is as a pass rusher when he is double teamed. You talked about incredible skill players in this game. We'll have a lot of conversations about how defensive coordinators game plan for Cooper Kupp on one side, Jamar Chase. I guarantee you, Zach Taylor and Brian Callahan are having the same conversation about how to game plan for Aaron Donald. It is the same conversation that every offensive coordinator has going into a game with him because he is so unstoppable.
And so if that's one of the strengths for the Rams, that pass rush they get, the Bengals, one of their weaknesses is protecting their quarterback, and that will come to a head on Sunday. Protecting Burrow has been a problem for Cincinnati. Joe Burrow's already been sacked as many times this postseason as any other quarterback in the last 30 years. The last 30 years, he said. And he still has a game to play. 12 sacks, been pressured a league-high 40 times in this postseason. Dan, when we had a chance to talk to Cliff Kingsbury prior to the Cardinals-Rams playoff game, he said in the previous regular season game, we spent so much focus on Donald, we got out of our own game. So which way do you play this now?
It's a brutal challenge because there's the butterfly effect. You have to give Aaron Donald his respect and try to double team him both in the run and the pass game, but they have players like a Leonard Floyd or a Von Miller. So while you can't sit there and say we don't want Aaron Donald to wreck the football game, but are we good enough to play one-on-one football with all those other guys? That's the challenge.
What are the Bengals going to do? What's their best chance of some success?
We've talked about this. I think at least 6 screens have to get thrown by them, and a lot of them should be on first downs. Those first down runs from last week, make them screens, and it's a multitude of them. First of all, their traditional slip screens, they're so good at it because of timing. Watch how the back Pirine marries the guard, and the guard peels back to get that linebacker. The second thing is you got to hit your landmark. This is called the sidewalk, top of the numbers. And then the third part is screens are great when you have great receivers downfield, willing to play selfless football and be blockers. Jamar Chase, one of the best receivers in football, he is that 2 weeks ago in the AFC title game. But I talked about the diversity of screen games. You can do play action as well, where you get your jet motion, you bring your tight end across the line of scrimmage, you flash fake it to Mixon. Now watch what it does to the defense, because they're thinking, here comes run game. Nope, here comes play action game. This is called a panic drop because they got locations to get to. Now you have 4 offensive linemen that are getting out there out front at the bottom of the screen. Nobody's left of the defense, and that's a first down screen that becomes a huge chunk. I think that's got to be a huge part of the game because it minimizes that impact that you talked about with Aaron Donald, but also it keeps Joe a little bit more protected.
And as you guys know, screens really are an extension of the run game. Only the Seahawks allowed more receiving yards than the Rams defense. That's including playoff games. Everybody having some fun here at Disneyland in Anaheim. Smiles as far as you can see.